Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. As you know, I'm back at the Peppermill Lounge. Absolutely amazing. I love it. And I have Tom Hillery with me. Well, it's funny because I think more excitement seems to go on behind the scenes than in front of the scenes. We just had a fabulous photo shoot, didn't we?
I thought we did,
We did
yes.
covers and we did everything. I don't know if we're going to put it out there. Are we going to put it out there? Of course we are.
We'll charge them extra.
We're
Yeah.
going to get charged.
You have to be a paid subscriber for this one.
Absolutely. Tom Hillery, as you do, if you know or you don't know, Tom Hillery is actually a producer in town, very well known in town, or you were until 3 months ago, like everybody else, because we all got shut down and locked up and we couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
COVID vacation, yes.
Yes, COVID-19 vacation. Stay home. How did you survive? You look like you survived it very well. Where did you go?
Well, I got through it all right because I'm working behind the scenes most of the time, producers and writers.
Yes, yeah.
But the people who have really been suffering are the actors and the actresses because you can't shoot a movie with people having their faces covered.
No.
So its production's
Well, you
been
could
shut
call
down
it. You
for
could
months.
call it the covered face.
Yeah, yeah. If you notice, even in the superhero movies, their masks are off half the time.
That's right. Half the time you rip them off anyway.
That'll keep your secret identity going, Spider-Man.
So, what did you produce? Anything, or did you
What
get?
did I produce?
What did you get?
Well, actually, just before the COVID thing, I was on the panel at the Sundance Film Festival.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much.
So, being the panel, you choose movies and different things.
It was actually a judge in a pitch competition.
A judge.
Yeah, a fellow named Corky Kessler invited me to go out there with him. And he's been doing this for a couple of years, so he had
That's amazing.
Well, thank you.
So you're doing really well, actually.
I'm pretty happy.
Well,
yes.
you always do anyway. He has kind of a way about him, which I won't explain, but he has kind of a way. You do. People like you. People like to do movies with you, and also you produce a lot of your own. So, with all this, what have you created for the last 3 months? You're a writer as well, right? So, have you created a great movie about lockdown? And I don't mean in Mexico being locked down, because in Mexico when you get locked down, it's in prison.
Yeah.
There's a show on television called Lockdown.
We're not doing any prison
We're not
pictures
doing that
here.
stuff.
No. Well, what happened was, speaking of Corky, we've got this thing, Honeytrap, going, which was a Russian espionage action comedy. And Corky actually wanted it recast as a Russian espionage action drama. So I'm actually working with Neva Frieden right now. She became famous for a lot of things, but she did the Toolbox Murders, the original Toolbox Murders.
Really?
One of the highest return on investment movies of all time.
Yes.
So
yes.
we're working together now to recast Honeytrap, which will give it a broader appeal and it'll make it easier to find people who want to do it and people who want to get behind it.
Yes, and you definitely want the people behind it.
Yes.
You want the investors and everything. Are people sort of still out there want to invest, or is that harder now? Because they're a little bit apprehensive.
It's probably not any harder than it ever was before.
It's always hard.
Yeah. What you really have to understand is you have to want to be in it for the art and you're trying to make money.
Yes.
Okay, because I've told people, I think I said this before, if you want to get money, go to a bank or an insurance company. They know how to make money.
Yes, they do.
They've been doing it for centuries.
Well, I always say to people, go to a place where you're going to where they have the money.
Yeah.
Don't go to a foundation that they're expecting money to come in, because I guarantee that money comes in, it's not going to go to you.
Yes.
They're going to keep it.
Exactly.
So if you go where the money is, and you're absolutely right,
Yeah.
go where that's something very good to know. Go where the money is.
Yeah, you don't just go into this thing for the money.
No.
I'd never tell anybody to do that.
No, you have to have.
Not the way.
Well, no, and I don't think people really go into the entertainment business or the music business actually for the money. A lot of them, because of they're so creative and they love to have that creativity come out, as well as the money. Don't let's misunderstand.
Yes,
But I
indeed.
think they're creative. Like you're creative, and the money's fine, but at the same time, you've got this incredible idea coming up. So you've got this movie coming up. Are you ready to sort of film it, or are you getting ready to? Because now things are starting to happen.
What we want to do first is finish the drama version of it. That way we can present the two versions to people and see what they're interested in. Now, Corky seems to think right now drama is more in keeping with what people want to do as opposed to the mixed genres.
Yes.
So I'm listening to him because he's been doing this for a long time.
Absolutely. Now, what's going on with the Netflix and all these different companies? Because now we've got movies that and obviously with what's going on with the COVID-19, obviously you can't go into a theatre and all these crazy things you can't do. So Netflix and all these different platforms, Lulu's, and I don't know who they all are, but How does that help you? Or doesn't it?
Well, it's a two-edged sword. The thing is, now you can make a movie, and you can get it out to the whole world.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean people are going to pay you for it.
Well, that's not very good, is it?
Every garage band now can have a worldwide audience. You couldn't do that 50 years ago.
You can have a lot of people, a lot of stuff, but no money.
But nobody's paying you for it. So the good news is you can get your material out there. The bad news is everybody else can get their material out there,
well, that's
too.
the problem.
So there's greater access to. You can find an audience, but there's more competition for that audience.
Funny, I always think of that with the music business, because in the music business, you've got a voice, you can get a band together and everything else, and now you can put it on so many platforms on the internet, but so can't everybody else.
Yep. Yeah.
So now you've got this incredible competition. So you've got to be really good.
You've got to be good, and it does benefit smaller people and the independents.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, once upon a time when when you had a 1,000-pound camera bolted to the floor in 1915, you had to go to Hollywood, California to make a movie because you couldn't carry that 1,000-pound camera in your pocket. And
now,
just like set it up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, flying Eric Roberts. Okay, let's do a movie.
See how easy he makes it up. So do you like this new way? Do you like all this easy way? Because it's more competition.
Well, yeah, there's
always competition.
I don't own my own movie studio.
Not,
I'm working on it. I don't have one yet.
Yeah, but there is no competition.
Yeah, so
he is the competition. This guy is the competition.
She is nice.
No, it's true.
I love
it's
this
true.
lady.
No, it's true though.
Well, thank you, Ninon.
It's true because you're out there. You always circulate. You're always out there. You're always pushing. You've always got that excitement, and that's what you need, isn't it?
Well, what I want to start bringing us into is, I was also very interested in history when I was a kid.
Oh.
You take this hole in the Mojave Desert, and
Yeah.
somebody said, "Let's make it the entertainment capital of the world."
Which they did.
And they did? Wow.
Oh,
okay.
happens to be Las Vegas.
So we have major challenges now, but
Yes.
they're nothing compared to building the entertainment capital of the world in a hole in the desert. Right.
It's already done.
Yeah. So
now use it.
As we start reopening, my friend Ron Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
Very well. Okay.
Yes.
Well, he's doing the Las Vegas Rocks radio show, and that's coming up. It's going to be
I
restarted.
think he's opening in a couple of weeks or something.
June 27th, Saturday.
June
on,
27th. Yes.
KMZQ,
Yes.
AM 670.
Give him a plug.
Yeah,
Ron
I have
Garrett,
to at
he's
5
great.
o'clock. Well,
He's
it's
great.
not.
You're going on the show, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be on the show
Yes,
too. But
yes.
the real reason I want to bring it up is the purpose of this show is to get behind the local live acts.
Yes.
That they have all the talent in the world. They're not blessed with the big company to
Well,
promote
that's why
them.
we have Vegas Live with Ninon.
Exactly.
It's exactly the same thing. But mine's television,
Yeah.
his is radio.
Exactly. Your
which
video,
is
his audio.
fabulous. We're both doing the same sort of thing, but and he's invited me on his, and I've invited him on my show. But it's like giving all these people they don't want to go on the little show because they're too big for that. They can't get on the big show because they're not big enough.
Yeah.
So we're kind of that middle gear. That that helps everybody out there, and they need it.
And thank you very much, by the way, for what you're doing.
Oh, I love doing what I'm doing. I love to see people succeed. I love to see them get out there, and I think, especially now, that they need a lot of help. A lot of help, don't you think?
Yeah, they need the support.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, most people in the arts aren't really business oriented. So they need.
Aren't. No, that's the problem.
They need the professional promoter.
all
Guys,
need to go to
get the numbers, fill the seats.
Yes, they need to go to like a little business school for 6 months
Yeah.
to find out, how you keep your money and what you do with it.
This is a checkbook.
Yeah.
Because you're not a government, you have to put in subtractions, and you could come to zero.
Yes.
That becomes a
That's
problem.
the problem when you've got to pay the rent and you've got to eat.
Yeah.
So, what would be your greatest thing you'd like to tell everybody out there coming back? This is our first day of shooting and everything else, and I don't mean shooting, I mean filming. Clarify that matter. I was considering what's going on out there. What would you like to suggest for people to sort of get themselves back in the business, like you never left?
Yeah, well, the point everybody should keep in mind is, why did Los Angeles get started as a film capital?
Oh, yeah.
Because of the climate. You can go anywhere in the world, you can do all the film incentives in the world, but you can't legislate the climate.
No.
However, we're basically a suburb of Los Angeles. We have a
Yes.
very similar climate. We have all the sunny days.
Yes, you do.
We have the
Yes.
history of filling seats.
Yes.
Las Vegas has been well poised for decades to be a
Yes.
film center, and it just hasn't happened yet because we haven't thought outside
Do you know,
whatever
you
our
are so
confines
right,
are.
because you know they also have all the hotels, but all the hotels have a theme. So you've got all the themes. You've got the Caesars, you've got the Wynn, you've got the Encore, you've got the MGM, and they're all different. So you've kind of got, and then each hotel going into them they're different. So you've got your set already there without even worrying.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they haven't cottoned onto that yet.
It's just, it hasn't really registered, no. There have been movies made in Vegas, but there hasn't really been a well thought out, coordinated plan to bring a movie, to build a movie industry, as opposed to make a movie.
Yeah, I think they've
build an
tried it.
industry.
I think they've tried it, but the people that have come have always wanted money. And rather than bringing the money in and then working it that way, they've tried to come in and get the money from Vegas. And I think, you know, a lot of them, they did have a big project here where I guess City Council, whoever it is, were giving money to the movie industry, and then they stopped that and they gave it to Tesla. They gave it to, yeah, the state, and they gave it to Tesla for the batteries and the things, which, and to let you know why they did that was to get more tax money and to get more money in, rather than sort of, you know. So your advice is to open up the arena and start filming in Vegas.
Well, the key is somebody has got to cut a deal to say we want to do 2 movies per year in Vegas at a certain budget, let's say $2 million,
Yes.
3 years in a row.
Great.
You need a long-term contract so people in Vegas get used to working together, understand, build a knowledge base.
And build it up.
Don't just pay somebody to make a movie here because there are 50 other states.
Yes.
I'm including the District of Columbia. My math is right. 50 other places
My
you can
math
go
is
to.
lousy. I'll let him do the math.
You can go to.
Yes.
And they'll give you some money to make a movie
Yes,
now.
they will, yes.
You need a term contract.
Yes.
So that people can develop the skills and the
also
relationships.
that would be great for the actors and actresses and everything. It will give them something to sort of to work on and something to accomplish and something to do and something to sort of, they always know it's there and they do have the opportunity.
Well, to get accustomed to working
Accustomed
here,
to
like they're
working.
accustomed to working in Los Angeles, they would have to become
Custom
accustomed to working
here.
in Las Vegas.
Okay. How can anybody reach you, Tom? How can they, if they
Probably
want
the
to
best way to do it would be to go on the website starlight.productions. Yes, that's it, starlight.productions, not netcom, so it's starlight.productions. Email starlightproductionsnevada@yahoo.com. And I think that'll do it.
That's it?
Yeah.
I just want to know, what's this pin for?
Oh, that's the pin for the charter members of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences Museum.
That's in Los Angeles.
Yes, it is.
That's
Yeah.
on it's on, yes, La Cienega and Olympic.
Yes, yes indeed.
I know where
This lady knows her stuff.
I
I'm
know my
impressed.
stuff. Thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. Amazing. Don't forget, if you want your next movie produced and you want somebody to help you with the whole production and everything, this is the man you go to. We'll be right back with our next guest. Thank you. And thank you again for the Peppermill, and thank you for everybody else out there for supporting us and being with us. And of course, anytime you want to come in to support yourself so we know who you are, what you want to do, you're more than welcome to come on. We'll be right back. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.